Sam, I read some manga this past week since we last
Yeah,
talked.
you sure read something, all right. So, sorry, we went to go record to let people know, and we typically come up with what we're going to talk about, and we were going to talk about some nonsense we'll talk about later, but Tom replaced it with Tom's surprise segment. So, what'd you read?
My goal with starting this channel, first and foremost, was I need to read more manga. I need to find the time to read more manga, discover series, plug back into the community. And I wasn't keeping up with the hobby as I'd like. As we all know, we lose,
oh yeah, it happens.
Busy,
we fall off stuff. Yeah,
doom scrolling too much. This show with you every week, we come back and it just got me back into the routine of it. But also, like, now I'm out looking now for manga, and I'm going to share a screen. I read this article this week on Gizmodo by let me see, here we go, by Isaiah Colbert. I don't know him.
Oh man, I read the first chapter of this.
Oh, and it's a long first chapter, if you know.
Yes,
it's a 127 page first chapter. Well, I am caught up, Sam.
Wow.
I read all 42 chapters of Mad this week. So just to introduce it briefly, Isaiah Colbert is doing this for us. First, really good. I followed him for a while now, a good bit. He has a good one about Akane Banashi. I typically trust his taste. And when I read this, I was like, you know what? This actually seems something cool to try out. Let's see if I like it. You know, it's on Shueisha's Manga Plus.
Manga Plus. You can read it on Manga Plus.
You can read it for free once. How Manga Plus works. So
yep.
You can read anything once for free. If I wanted to reread it, I have to pay. I think that's how that works. So I read this. Don't sleep on Mad, one of the wildest sci-fi manga out now. Mad is basically what would happen if Alien Earth was a manga and its battles were on par with Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen. And I can't even remember the last time, Sam, I just read something like this. I could not put it down. I essentially read all 42 chapters in one day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so I don't know how much of the premise I want to reveal here, because maybe the first chapter is enough.
Yeah, and that's what I read, because if I vaguely remember.
Yeah, what do you remember? So I can.
I remember it's sort of it takes place in a post-apocalyptic Mad Max style desert world that's overtaken by like just crazy fucking monstrous like just ridiculous aliens.
Kind of like Alien Headbutt.
Yes,
very similar
kinda.
Actually. I was thinking
a little bit. Though if I remember correctly from Mad, they're a lot bigger and they look like xenomorphs, right?
They're xenomorphs. Xenomorphs. Yeah.
And they're xenomorphs, but like massive. I just remember the first like page or the reveal is like a 2-page spread. I like remember.
Yeah.
And we follow the main character. His name is John, right?
Yes. Everyone's
unironically.
Yeah, John. Like it's a bunch of like white guy names for sure.
And he has he has sort of like a sister or female companion.
Yes,
that he's traveling with. And he sort of meets up with a group of like just kind of random people, like random expeditioner people, meets up with them, is at a campfire with them. It doesn't really talk or yap to them. And then we learn that his sister's like a figment of his imagination. She's not real.
Yeah, she was real, but she was
real, but she died he's just kind of hallucinating her. And he ends up getting in a scuffle with one of the xenomorphs. He kills it, and I think he ends up coming into contact with someone. I only read the first chapter. I read it when the first chapter came out.
Emma's the sister name, by the way. Emma is the sister name, yeah. So okay, I'll pitch the first chapter, but
yes, please.
That does not reveal the full premise of this manga.
No, as we said, 120 something page opening,
and chapter, still like there's fun stuff in this. Okay, so Emma is, Emma's like the one weak point of this so far, but I love it. Like just off the bat, this is skyrocketed for me, like all timer. Like I cannot
Oh hell
believe
yeah.
how good this might be, like 3x3 worthy, like good. Um, and it's but in chapter one, it's very Alien. Like it's very Alien, the franchise. That I'm almost like this. It's almost like a carbon copy in some aspects, but it's like mixed with like zombie apocalypse, like Walking Dead aspect to it too. Emma is like John's late sister. She is, and we learn more about her, but she is very like tropey, like perfect. This perfect lionized like figure in his life. He's kind of a little bit of a wimp, John. Like he's kind of a little bit of a wimp. Emma's his strength. This series is very grounded and gritty. There's a lot of it's very Western. It feels like Walking Dead sometimes. It feels like Alien sometimes.
I mean, even the art. I mean, we saw a little bit of it there.
So,
Like
so I would say the art in chapter one, is just like Kagurabachi or whatnot. It improves a lot. I when I'm reading chapter one, the characters kind of look like PS1 characters. They're so blocky. Like they're so blocky. The art is like exponentially better as it goes, unsurprisingly, I'm sure. Yeah, and this has been going. This is like a 2-year running series.
Yeah, I remember. I read it. I remember I read the first chapter on my balcony. I was like skimming through.
There's 42 chapters at this point, I believe. So John and his crew. This is a kind of nomadic group. They found a signal on their phone that hey, there might be a human civilization because everyone's dead. These aliens came. They're so beyond stronger than humans, even our weaponry, that it just wiped out the entire planet. Like there's nothing left. Now they're in a canyony, deserty area. There are forests still in the world, so it's still Earth-like. It's Earth-ish, but quickly the xenomorphs come in this kind of landmine area too. So like there's kind of a quiet place aspect to this too. Like if there's a loud sound, these xenomorphs come and attack. They come to gather around loud noises. So it's like quiet place, Alien, Walking Dead. Like there's a lot of stuff going on. And so the xenomorphs come after one of the members step on a landmine, and obviously they die. But then the xenomorphs come and they kill almost everyone else but 2 people. And chapter 1 ends with kind of these soldiers coming and killing the xenomorphs and saving John and Ethan, is the other guy, and that's where chapter 1 ends. And it's a pretty like interesting moment because throughout this whole chapter, John's like pretty much suicidal ideation.
Yeah, basically, like, it's like, why are we still doing this?
I often relate to this. Like, I don't think I want to live through a zombie apocalypse, or just let me just get out early. I don't think I need to deal with this. I'm hesitant how much to reveal, because there are some amazing twists that set up the premise and the world of this, that I don't know if it's worth going into, Sam, because I don't know if I almost want you to keep reading.
I'll read this. I'll try. I trust you.
So let me just do a few things here. But first, I'll set up this one detail. John is taken back to a almost like Fallout type bunker with this kind of like what's remnants of the military of this land, right? And just so much shit goes down in this bunker that I think I will save for the audience too. You can, and by the way, if you want more of the premise pitched to you, read that article. He does go in, he catches you up, pretty much gets you the gist
up to 42 or whatever
of what's going on in the series, the gist, but a lot of the twists of this world and where we're in. But we talk about the fight scenes in Kagurabachi, Sam. The fight scenes in Mad are unbelievable. The art of this series, by the time we get to where we're at now, like because I think we don't get a lot of fights at the beginning. It really builds up to this one big fight later on. Like, it's like 20 chapters in where the premise really like sets in. One big fight happens, and it's like orgasmic. It's like unbelievable how incredible this fight is. The destruction's unparalleled. It's so
I want to read this. I mean, I want to read it.
And also, like, it's just the characters are really interesting because the world's so dark and oppressive and violent, And so there's a lot of testing of will and character in this. What John goes through, Sam, this is biblical level. Like, this is Jesus being tortured by the Romans. Like, it's such a great character, like, arc, and like setting up a protagonist kind of story. The flashbacks with the sister kind of ground the story very much like this flashback with like Kagurabachi with Chihiro and his father. Like,
yeah,
if and then like just the what happens, the how the fights go out, the characters you meet. This is a Mad Max Killer Be Killed world, but there's flavors to it of other types of groups that have different types of values and different types of threats.
So like,
yeah, ask some questions.
So you said like the fight. So like, yeah, like you said like the fight. You caught something you said says like the destruction is like like pretty extreme.
Yeah.
Like, do the characters have abilities beyond weaponry that they use to fight the aliens?
Yes. So yes, there is other ways, other special characters with special powers that, you know, like any good manga. So
yeah, that are capable of going up against
what starts in chapter 1 is what feels very Western and grounded and like a typical sci-fi thing. Once the full premise is revealed at the end of this kind of opening arc, which we definitely, you know what, we're going to cover.
Would you say the first? Would you say the first? Because I mean, the first chapter is about 100 and something pages.
Yeah,
and then I think chapter 2 is probably like in the 50s, right?
Yeah, yeah. I would say it calms down the length. I think you'll there's sometimes 20 to 30 typically after that. But so there's a point where the series adds, because it doesn't lose its like Western sci-fi grounded horror zombie apocalypse setting and structure, but it adds like shonen battle, like
your power system. Your power system.
It adds kind of like an like like a totally different extra like Japanese manga-y structure to the fight. I know I'm being vague.
I understand. No, I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean.
That just like elevates all of it. It makes the shonen-y, again, I say shonen-y, but it's the battle-y, manga-y power stuff. Because it's grounded in this kind of more gritty, realistic Western sci-fi apocalypse, it elevates that beyond just like cool powers. And also, it's also not so like grounded. It's also crazy crap can happen that are just like unbelievable, and surprise you with like the power level creep that adds to the more grounded stuff. It's a lot more like, again, most of the characters. So we have John, the protagonist, Emma, his sister, which only exists in like flashbacks, but we meet a lot more characters. The main villain in the first arc, which is the guy who saves, and this is not too much a spoiler, but we can think of the guy who saves them, Leon, the commander who saves John and Ethan,
and brings them back to their bunker.
He's really fun to learn about too. The character work is very like adept at really fleshing out with a lot of like adult mature characters quickly and interestingly, and they're put in these really intense situations. I was just like, I could not put it down. This is kind of a signal to everyone. I think we need to cover this on the channel. Again, the first fight's not for a while, and it's worth it. It's one of the best I've especially for an opener. Like, here's the first one, the build up to it, Sam. I guess I won't say too much more. If you want to know more of the premise, check out that Gizmodo article by Isaiah Colbert. He does a great job selling it too. I thankfully only read the headline. I didn't read the full article before going in. So I'm saying I think it's worth being unspoiled going in.
All right.
Because I was, and it was totally like pulled me through. But the art at the first chapter, you're right. It again, PS1 character, like that improves tenfold. I mean, he's over it. Like, it's over where I'm at now, 2 years into the run. Go to Shueisha's Manga Plus app. You can read it for free once, so be careful.
And also their app is like $5 a month. It's pretty.
Yeah, but just if you don't want to spend any money, it's a long first chapter. I've never heard of a first chapter that's 127 pages, and it doesn't reveal half the premise. It only
No.
it's so like you have a lot more to go and explore and learn about, Sam. That this is one of my new. This is like
I'm so excited you brought this to the table and to the audience, because like this is, again, I read the first chapter when it first came out. It was like when it came out, it was like it hit for people. Like it was super popular, had hundreds of thousands of views. And so that's why I checked it out. I was like, oh, this is cool. I thought the first chapter was great, but it was, again, not my primary reading platform, so I didn't see the updates come through. So I don't think I picked up chapter 2, or maybe I read the first couple pages of it. But now, actually hearing your recommendation, and now that it's gone for long enough that you can really see what the story's leading to and everything, I'll be reading it. And once I catch up, we'll do like a spoiler filled talk for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a new favorite of mine. It definitely is like it has 3x3 potential. It might even, it really is like, I was blown away by it in a way that I was not even expecting. I was, hey, this seemed cool. This guy recommended it. I'm not going to read the article because I'm sure he's going to get into it. I'm going to trust it. This guy I've trusted before with stuff, and it's just it's proving more than anything that, talking about Mad, put that aside. And this is, by the way, the mangaka's first serialized manga as well. He's only done one-shots before.
Good for him.
He's leaving it all out there. Like what this kind of show has done, like I'm plugged back in. I'm reading people talk about manga, taking recommendations, following it, getting caught up on. Now I'm going to be week to week. I'm not week to week on anything right now, really. And so like that's exciting too. One question I'll ask for other people is, like, I know Isaiah Colbert, but do you have other people that are writing about manga on, I don't know, Anime News Network or whatnot, that you trust for recommendations? Because like bloggers that you love reading the reviews of, I think Sam and I want to shout more people out, use them in this channel, kind of maybe, kind of involve them in what we pull from, because that's kind of what I'm trying to plug back in, right? We're trying to plug back in.
Yeah, I'd love to get some recommendations.
So if there's anyone you follow that's like, I go to them, I read their blog, I read the reviews, I take their gospel or whatever. We'd love to hear about that too. Mad, for me, I'm Isaiah, I trust you. Because he's not lying. It's Alien Earth and Chainsaw Man / Jujutsu Kaisen. Like it's combining all these things together in a really, really gorgeous, awesome way. So that's my pitch. I didn't want to spoil too much, so apologies for the vagueness. We will cover a spoiler cast proper down the road, Sam, once you catch up.
Perfect. Amazing. Yeah, I definitely will. You have sold me, and I'm sure you've sold a couple of people reading. So if you've read Mad, let us know and give us your thoughts.
But be careful in the comments for people who haven't.
Yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers.
Let's protect the innocence there, because I think it's worth discovering the twist of this plot.